Welcome back to another video on Destination Modified.
Alright, so today we've got a Volkswagen Polo GTI, swing around, girl, swing around. Don't you want me to do that? Anyway, it's getting a ST Coilovers, forged spacers like the 16mm rear, 11mm fronts, and then obviously extended wheel studs for banter. Anyway, we've fit a few of these now actually, to be fair. Highly rate them.
Where did you get them from, Callum?
Well, now you're asking. So anyway, straight stock from the old B&R HQ website, so I decided to order these in for a brother, because obviously we're going to have an array of ST parts along with every other brand. Anyway, actually quite excited because it's the first thing we've brought in, like really. So it should be, you'll see more of that, I'm pretty sure, and you'll see more cars being slowly built, slowly. We're not going fast, boys. Damn. You can actually choose your own colours with ST, yeah?
Very nice.
You can choose whatever colour you like make it yours. And you've got like a multitude of things, you can add your own writing in it if you want, you know what I mean? Put like B&R is the best, whatever you want really. Kelvin's...
This is Destination Modified, mate.
Oh, sorry. Destination Modified is the best.
That's bad.
After B&R. And then you can even put in this spring's bigger than Kelvin, if you want. And I mean the wee helper springs, them ones there. So these ones are the XA version. There's 4 different options, but this is the second option, I guess. Now there should be a wee adjuster in there. Yeah, wee adjuster, you can't really see it because it's in there. So you can do the old dampening. Anyway, I've got these on my Polo as well, but I went for the ones without the dampening because cheapskate.
Yeah, nice. Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, this obviously, yeah. Anyway, but basically it's a case of brother who's ordered these ones has went for the better ones because
There's more money.
Mine's scraping the front arches a wee bit with the standard ST ones, but I've got like spacers on it as well. But it's a case of they scrape if you're like driving hard enough. Like it's not just everyday driving. But I told them to go for these ones purely for the fact that you can kind of fine tweak it. That if it is scraping a wee bit, we can make it a bit stiff at the front and such like. And they are just overall a better coilover, which is quite annoying because I won't be better. Anyway, onto the car, Cal. Wait a minute.
Callum firing on his bitch mittens.
I'll show you how I do it. Some of you might like it, some of you might not. I'm not bothered. Alright? Anyway, so when it comes to the front ones, some folk like to compress all this up and get it out the hub and batter the top of the top of the hub and stuff like that, but I'm not really about that. So I take everything off, which is a bit of a longer way of doing it, but it's just easier in my eyes and neater. Less chance of damaging anything. So I take the whole drive shaft out of the drive shaft nut off, take the drive shaft nut out of the way, I take the bottom ball joint off, caliper off obviously, I'll leave the disc on because they need to come off, but all this comes off, all your kind of connections, your ABS plug and stuff like that comes off, and then I take it off as a whole hub and shocker assembly as one, and then obviously get the shocker and everything out when it's out, change it over to the coilover, change the top mount from that one onto that one, and then build it back up. So we'll do a little thing of that, like what I'm doing, and then you just can... Piece of oh, I've locked the wheel.
That's just your weak arms.
Not like that, big break there, K-Sports.
K-Sports.
Installed them myself.
Get them from being on HQ.
Yeah. Anyway, alright, so quick one on the tools you're going to need. You might not have all the tools, but you'll have hopefully a majority of them. Halfords, just get a Halford set, right, like £200, take it in your wet if you want. Anyway, so you'll need a 16mm socket, 18mm socket, 17 obviously for wheel studs, but if you're at this stage and you don't know what size they are, I probably wouldn't give it a bash. You need a 36mm, I think it is, a 36 multi-spline for the hub nut. It's already out. No. I'm going to use a gun on most stuff because easier, quicker. When I put it back together, it's ratchet obviously, so you know the tightness and stuff like that. A couple of screwdrivers, little small ones, stuff like that for plugs and what have you. Mold grips and stuff to get clamped the back. Sometimes there's a wee Torx bit in the all-ant roll bar link that you can obviously take off. If you start spinning 9 times out of 10, that just rounds. So apply mold grips in the back, obviously watch you don't burst the boot. Zip that off, that'll be out of the way. If there's anything else, I think that's all you need. If there's anything else, I'll soon know. You need spanners and that for the back and stuff, but the front, you don't. So, oh, and that knocking stick. That's just for the banter. That you do that wherever you want. And a wee tray if you want it. I've got a wee tray just for little nuts, bolts, whatever. But obviously you can put them up in your ramp leg, you put them wherever you want. But I'll put them in there just because I know where they go. But some folk like to lay it out so they know. But this is about my 500th set, so I'll be alright. Alright? Enjoy. What you're doing here is you're just taking off the old carrier bolts. Where are you recording? I'm not taking the bumper off, mate.
Yeah, I've just seen a bunch of your f***ing nits.
You have not. Does it zoom in that much, does it?
No, it doesn't need to.
Oh, you getting that there?
I'm in.
You're it. Kelvin, sorry, go do the job, mate.
You're alright, bro.
Get it out.
We're in.
Right, bro. Anyway, take that fella right there off. But fire that up there. Then you just pull this off. And it just comes off like so. Alright. It's like wheeler dealers, they make everything look so easy to come off with. Anyway, these ones are right, these are quite relatively new brakes, so it's not got the lip on it. If these have got a lip on it, sometimes it's a bit more difficult to get these pulled off. But what you can do is you can put like a screwdriver in here and kind of pry it open a wee bit, and it just pushes the piston back a wee bit enough to clear. Okay?
Fantastic.
Fantastic news. Now you just want to pull it around here. Oh, watch that wee bit there, because, you know, banter. Fire that around there just for the time being. And then I need a wee screwdriver in there for that wee metal clip right there. Can you see that, Kelvin? Can't even pick it up, bro.
No, I can't see a metal
top,
clip, bro.
bro.
I can see it now.
Like that. Put that side up there. That there just. That there just comes straight out. A bit of force. And just right out past there again. And that's out the way then. Now I need to really. I need my fucking caliper, maybe. Oh, thanks, Mark. Anyway, that can just go up there. Me. Why are you being so awkward, man? Like so, okay?
Well, I can't see because you're big heads in the way.
No, it's just sitting there, there's no for anybody to see that.
There we go.
Anyway, so ABS sensor, it clips in here. If you have a quick look, Kelvin said on me, you're really. That wee bit of rubber in there, pull that out, that clips down here. Easiest way I find, a small screwdriver, just fire that in there and then just pry it a wee bit like that. There is tools for this, but this is a tool. Even though it says do not use a pry bar, we don't care. I've took off lower arms with this thing. Right, okay, out the way. Obviously you'd have took the hub nut off by now and all, I forgot about that. We missed that bit.
No.
You said that bit.
We did not miss that bit.
I missed it.
You missed that bit.
Well, I didn't because I've done it, but anyway, so the hub nut would come off, again, 36mm, half, whatever. I've got the impact gun that makes it far easier. If not, you need to use a bar, keep your brake revving on, get somebody to jump in, put your foot in the brake. Don't use, like, don't put it in gear and try to leave it against it. It's just asking for terrible things. Anyway, so yeah, tell someone to jump in, put the foot in the brake, crack it off. You might need a breaker bar or like a lever bar.
Nobody needs a breaker bar or a lever bar if they've got arms bigger than you.
I'll tell you what,
that's the only reason you've got an impact gun.
No. What I normally take them off with is I normally just get this here, and I just connect up that, and I just fire it on in. It just comes right off. So right, this one's 16mm in the, well, it depends if you've got like aftermarket drop links, which some of you might have if you've had them replaced and stuff. There are 16mm on your standard OE genuine parts, but sometimes your aftermarket ones comes with like 17mm lock nuts and stuff like that on them. Fire that, put the gun on it, or your ratchet, whatever, and then just, wow. I wasn't expecting that to happen, I'm not gonna lie. Normally that spins, and like I said, if you look right in there, I don't know if the camera get it, there's a little, like a T30 torch bit, or a T27 even maybe, right in there, and you normally put a torch bit in there, spanner in there, and you obviously loosen it, then it comes off, but they normally round, so this is why I was saying about the molar grips. I'll show you where you'd put them, just sell them in at Kelvin. The molar grips, you'd obviously loosen these off a bit, get some half decent ones, not these ones are hella worn. You fire that onto that metal ring bit there if you can. Now again, watch you don't nip the boot and stuff, because if you do, then obviously you're going to have to get the new ones. Not straight away, but I'd recommend it. Or some folk like to change these at the same time for shortened ones anyway. But fire them in there, bang. Or if you're running air suspension, most folk take these right off. Who needs an anti-roll bar? Whatevs. Anyway, get your airlift performance from being at HQ. Cheers. If you don't want to just put stuff everywhere and you're a bit unsure where everything's going, because there's quite a lot being taken off, just put your nut back to there where it would come off. Same as obviously your carpet bolts, you can't really put them back on because it threads into the hub, into the brake carrier. So I just leave them aside. Okay. Bottom ball joint bolts to come off, and the track at the end bolt to come off, nut to come off. And then it's a case of strut top mount. Actually pretty straightforward. It looks a lot more daunting than it is, people, alright? But it's not. It's actually pretty simple. Not that simple though, you should probably still get booked in at B&M Motorworks. But if you're miles away, then do it yourself. Or travel. Whatever. Right, so it's a 16mm again. Like I was saying, most stuff on your Volkswagen stuff is like 16s, 18s, torx bits or what have you, but you'll already probably know that now if you've worked on it. Anyway, 60mm, 3 nuts here. I'm lying here, this one's got aftermarket ones. So, as I was saying before, 17's Deutsch. Where's 17 fellas? Take them right off. Take that right off. Okay? And then obviously just fire them wherever you want. Right, so we've got to fire this, oh Christ, back around. Watch that caliper though, because you don't want it really going too far around. Pure strength of a man. Really I want to tie that, you want to tie that brake caliper up, you don't really want it hanging loose. Slight issue, I've lost my thing that hangs it up. Oh. If you want to fire it round here bro. Doing the track at the end nut now, right here. Okay. The all 18mm on this one, again if it's aftermarket it could be something else. This one's an 18. Yeah, winning. Just comes right off, look, get that. And then you want to put the nut back on there. Just right in there, see that nut's just on top, just so you don't down your sides. Again, you can get tools for these to pull them all off and stuff. I use a knocking stick. You want to get the old hammer, you got it? You've got them bro? The old knocking stick. Just want to hit right here again. This is why I put this on, because if you were to miss it, hit that, you don't want to damage the thread, you won't get the nut back on. So you just give it an all whack. It comes out a lot. I'm not gonna lie, you'll probably do it a lot more than that. I don't know what's wrong with this car. But it's going quite well. Anyway, fire that out of there. Again, you can put your nut on here, just for the all simplicity, my friends. Anyway, that's basically it all ready to come off. You just literally lever that arm down. See that wee arm there, girls? There's just 3 like studs that come through, you just literally pull that down. Somebody put a nut on there. Just give it an all push up like that, okay? And that's that basically out. And then of course you could just push that drive shaft through. But we'll leave it like that now. 3 top mount bolts, and then this locking mount is 1. Okay, like I was saying, some folk just take this the nut and bolt off here, and then they like press this up and stuff and get it all out. There is ways to do like air hammers and stuff like that, but I haven't got them, so I do it this way. Alright. Like I said, it looks a lot worse than it is. It's actually really simple. I find it easier this way. I find it cleaner than having to knock all this and batter all this and leave indents and what have you and stuff like that. Basically, when I do work, I don't like anybody to kind of know I've been at it. I just like them to see that it's clean. Someone has previously been at it and drill a wee hole to get in there. Makes it easier, but really what you would do is you just pull this here off. Sits on there, kind of pull that all the way, lift this up. It is quite flexy, but obviously just be careful you don't want to break it. And I think it's going to be a 21mm in there. So, yeah, 21mm, you can get again a proper tool. It's like a ratchet with like a little socket. It's got a hole right through it. You then hold it. They are better to do it. I have got one. I don't actually know what I've done with it. Anyway, 21mm spanner. Ideally, you want like a swan neck one, just because it makes it easier to go in here and then in there. And like I was saying, you wouldn't normally have this hole, and you'd need like a 7mm Allen key. 7mm fairly. E7s. Right, again, I'm going to use this because it's ideal, it's there. And you're going to want to use your ratchet for a little extension, if you can. Again, not everyone will have this. Some folk will just have to have an Allen key. Is what it is. I don't make the rules. And you just want to fight against it, boys. Yes, baby. Oh yeah. Should also say you need somebody to hold it. Or hold it yourself, you'd have to go down here, but then obviously you've got 2 hands up here, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Yeah? And this you've got 3 arms. Or you just get Mark.
Mark is available to hire.
Mark is available to hire, right?
No, I'm not cheap though.
No.
Ah, he is.
Nah, he's not cheap, he's
Long in the streets.
yeah.
He's on his knees and he's not even getting paid.
Yeah.
Look at him.
It's not Friday night, is it?
Okay, Mark.
Go.
You just take that over there. What you want to do, Mark, if you just want to, I'll get that now if you want. You can just let that go over there, something, you know. So you just make sure it's not in the drive shaft there. Oh my god. Pull that whole thing out like so. Just be careful you don't hit anything. So 18mm, which has already made its way to my thing here. So for the shocker bolt that goes to the back of the hub, then you'll need a multi-spline. Like multi-spline belly. We 14mm. Don't know if you'll even pick that up or not, but
It's not focusing that.
14mm multi-spline. You'll get this from most anywhere really that sells like tools and stuff again. Anyway, so you'll need that again. Fight on the all here. And then I've got it off at 18mm, the nut side, and then sometimes these come loose themselves, sometimes you've got to end up spinning them out as well to break it all off. And then we'll fire a little chisel in here just to open it up a wee bit, knock the old shocker out, new shocker in, swap the top mount over. I'll show you how to do that in a minute as well, because you'll need spring compressors for that, unless you won't...
Built like me.
No.
Alright, okay.
Unless you won't, I don't know, call it a day, then I'd recommend not using spring compressors. Just aiming it right at you. Right, you ready for this one, Kel? Right, so you fire that over there. Okay, like so. Again, it's definitely been off before. Did you see how easy that came out? So, we've obviously already got it out, but anyway.
It took a little bit longer than expected.
Yeah, so that sits in here obviously, as you would know, that sits in here. What I like to do is I try and knock the bottom of the shocker a wee bit, so it brings a gap here, and I just knock a little punch in here, right about there. And it just opens it enough, doesn't need to be a lot, just opens it a wee bit, even like a big flat range screwdriver or something would do it. Fire that in there, punch it on, it just comes out easier. And then, when we're going to put the new one in, what I do is I just give this a little bit of a clean with a bit of like emery cloth or even like a wire brush or something, just get rid of any stuff, and I put a bit of grease in here as well when we put the new one on to make it just glide in, baby, glide in. Of course this would be under like pressure, everything under tension with the top mount and that being on. So get yourself a set of spring compressors. This is like a kind of bit more robust one a bit, but anyway, just watch the spring compressor spring down. This one just works like that, and then you just twist the 21mm here, clamps it. You don't need to take like a lot off, just enough tension that the spring's just letting this kind of be a bit loose, and then crack this off here. It's 21mm again, and again it's got like a little like 7mm Allen key in the top if you need it. Again, if you've got like an impact gun, it makes it easier. If you've not, then good luck. Nah, be fine. Essentially do that, crack it off, just takes a bit longer without the impact gun. And then fire it back on here. This one, the way I do it is, this comes kind of preset so high, but I just put this down to take the tension off, put this on where it needs to go, and then it's easier than trying to compress this down and try to get the nut and everything on and stuff. You don't want to cross thread it in and that. And then we just build this up and we put it back in the car, we work out where it needs to be and go from there. So again, we've kind of went a bit far ahead with the old recording there, Kelvin. And so as you can see, it's all back in. Tightened up at the top, bottom ball joint and all that sort of stuff's back on. It's literally just that robot link to go back in, but I can't put that in until I've done the other side to obviously let it all level, and that's all over the place. But basically, you're just going to put it back in reverse order as what we did before. So obviously, hubbing everything back in, gets the hand tighten this nut up here, pop the drive shaft in, bottom ball joint, and then obviously just vice versa with like the whole track good end and anti-roll link and brake caliper and stuff like that. But it's pretty simple stuff. Simple to a man of my calibre. I still find it difficult. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. It's not too bad. It's once you do one side, it'll probably take you the longest, and then as soon as you've done that and you kind of know the other side, will be easier, hopefully. But do one side at a time. Don't like strip both sides, and then in case you kind of get stuck and think, oh, where does that nut go, or how does that go again, or whatever. Like just do one side at a time. You can then check the other side and just mirror it if you get stuck or anything like that. That's my best bit of advice for you. Alright, 16mm on here. Again, I've got the gun, you can use it, ratchet, whatever's easy. 2 bolts up here. Here, coming in here. Again, 2 16s in there. That'll drop a little shocker off. And then we'll get the spring out. Put the new spring perch on from the Coilover. New spring in. Take the top mount off of this one. Put that onto the Coilover. Onto the ST shocker, and then basically just build, and then you'll see the finished product. Ready, bro?
Yeah.
So, got a new spring, as always. Old spring. You've got this wee top mount right here. Take that off. And then if you look at the top of there, you've got like a little recess where the spring sits in. You put your spring in. Twist it until it bottoms out against that wee mark, just in there, and that's basically that spring ready to go in. But obviously you need to put this bit here, just gets bolted in here, through there, and into there. It is, you got the big bolt and the washer goes up through there. Spring sits in, and then ideal. And then the wee adjuster would sit on there, but I've taken the adjuster out, simply because the brother wants it to be relatively low. So aye, they'll be back in to put them on because it'll be too low.
What are you doing, Callum?
Oh, we're complete, boys.
Just 4 hours later.
Yeah, well.
4 hours? 5 hours, man.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I've had enough, like, I just want to get an aim.
Yeah.
Sick of staring at this car. So, yeah, that is Callum finally finished. At that time, we have been here, mine isn't in 12-hour format like yours, Callum.
No?
No.
No, we're 24 now.
So we're going to lower the car down, see what it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't need adjusted, because I just want to leave. Because I'm sick of this man.
Alright.
Yeah, because I want him to speak, then I'll come out.
Yeah. Alright. Told your mum that. Coming out. Boys coming out. Aye, so it looks pretty well. Go take it a run, let it settle a bit, and then we should be cushy. Anyway, hope you liked it. Hopefully it gives you a bit of a helping hand if you're going to do it yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon of course, and as always, stay jolly.